In today's video, I'm going to show you how we're going to remove the seats in a 2018 Ford Transit van, and we're going to remove the floor as well. I'm going to show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's get started. We're going to keep the first row, which is the driver's seat and the passenger seat. So we're going to start by removing the second row, which is a 3-seater. This thing is heavy. You're going to need 2 people to get this out. And how you do that is with these quick release clips on the back. Works on these quick release where you can just pull these up and push it forward and it unlocks it. After you lift up the back legs using the quick release system, you need to slide the whole seat backwards to unhook the front hooks on the front of the legs. You can see those hooks in the picture right here. The front hooks in the quick release hook into bars which are located in the floor. A lot of these seats use this same system, so I'm going to show you all the seats taken out one by one. Max, that would be boring to show them the seats being taken out over and over when they all connect the same way. Hey, how about we just show them the seats that use the quick release system? Okay, let's do it. All of these can be taken out without any tools using the quick release system and the front hooks. The third row passenger side is a little different. It uses the same hooks on the front, but in the back it does not have the quick release system. These actually bolt into the floor, and to remove these you're going to need a special type of tool. You're going to need a T55 star socket Torx bit to remove some of the seats and all of the floor tracks. This one uses the front hooks and then also has a bolt on the ground and then a bolt above the wheel well into the wall. The fourth row driver's side also uses the quick release system, but it also bolts into the wall right here above the wheel well. Alright, so now we got the seats taken out. You can see where they attached a wall before. We'll have to remove these. All the brackets are inside the floor along with the heating vents, so we're literally going to have to cut up the floor, take out the brackets. And here's one tool I've used on many projects. It's an oscillating tool. If you're going to be building a van, I highly recommend getting one of these. Alright, so now we're getting the floors cut up right here. We're getting the seat tracks taken out. So you can see where we've cut the floor and exposed the tracks. So we'll have to take these out next. And then the vents for the heat go under here as well. So we'll go ahead and start exposing that. Dad, what type of torque bit's this called? Remember what this bit's called?
Star key.
Star key? So this is what you gotta use. And you can see as we started to rip up the floor, right here, you can see Ford uses these thick foam pieces underneath to keep the floor nice and sturdy in the back. Totally wasted time trying to cut these floor tracks out. There's a much easier way. See the floor transition in the middle, in between the wheel wells, separating into 2 pieces of floor? Unscrew that and take that out first. Now remove the plastic steps and the plastic behind the seats. After that, it will make getting the floor out much easier. We still got the back half of the floor got the front part ripped out. This is the little heat vent that was running underneath the floor. Still got to pull out the seat tracks. And then debating whether I'm going to build a new floor and have it go underneath this like it did originally, or whether we're going to end up ripping this out and redoing something else. So we'll figure that out later. All right, so we got the floor removed. And this floor is pretty much just floating. So we were able to just lift it up and pull it right out. This is the air vent that runs underneath. This connects underneath the passenger seat, and then you can see it flows down one side and then down the second side. So they also used thick foam to create like a nice ridge of support for the floor. And like I said, it basically came in two big pieces. You can see how plastic vents ran right here, how they connected, and you have the vents here underneath. So that's what the actual floor looked like. Now we move on to the next part. So now we got all the tracks from the seats taken out of the floors. What we'll have to do is get some spray paint and some rust inhibitor and go ahead and fill these holes up. You can see all the way down to the bottom of the ground there. So now all the flooring is up. Next we're going to do is the headliner. Now we pulled out all the seats and all the tracks to the seats. Come back on to the cat scales. We'll drive up on here and we'll see how much we weigh without all the seats in here. So we'll just get out of the car, we'll give them our weigh number, and we'll tell them it's a reweigh, and we'll get our new number. Thanks for watching the video. Please consider liking and subscribing, and then hit the notification bell if you want to see more videos like this. We're actually going to show you how to build around the airbag system in a passenger van. A lot of people like to disconnect them and not have them in there, but it's a huge safety concern. Not many people have videos on how they do it. I'm going to show you how we did it. Stay tuned. Sit. Paul. High five. Hey. Do you want a Pepsi? Hey. Do you want spaghetti? Hey. You want a treat? Okay, okay. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Easy. Good boy.